And now, Gray, you're set to face Frankie Edgar for the lightweight title in the main event of UFC 125, January 1st. How do you feel you've evolved as a fighter since your victory over Frankie 2 years ago?
Well, obviously, we both have been going up against a top competition, and anytime you're going up against the top guys in the world, you evolve just because that brings out new ways that you try to change your camp up and to add stuff. Top guys, you prepare for it more. So we both have evolved, and I can't tell you he evolved in this area, but it's more of just evolve and grow as an athlete.
Now, how much added pressure does fighting for the belt bring? I mean, is there a different feel to the camp? Do you think feel different at all?
You know what? I don't really concentrate on the belt and that as much as I do of what are my goals for today, and I really try to take care of today, which will obviously lead to the belt.
Now, how much of a mental edge do you feel it gives you going into the fight, being as though you've already beaten Frankie Edgar?
I mean, it's I feel like every person who I've had, I go in there knowing I'm going to win. I really feel that. So, it wouldn't matter if I beat him, he beat me. I still prepare, and I always feel like I'm prepared to win. So, I mean, regardless who it is, I feel good, and I'm gonna win.
Now, we had a chance to speak with Ray Seffo recently, who actually was saying that you have some of the most underrated hands in the game. Are you going to be looking to showcase your hands come January 1st?
Yeah, I fought Southpaws. After I fought Edgar 3 years ago, I've had nothing but, let's see, for 5 in a row now. So it's a little bit of a slower pace. It's just because the way that they are, that you can't play into their strengths, of course. So it's a little slower pace. So I'm pumped to let the hands fly for this fight.
Now, with the increasing trend of pre-fight hype and trash talking, you and Frankie seem to be taking more of a low-key approach. It's kind of a breath of fresh air, quite frankly. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, we're both athletes. We both came from this sport where, it isn't about the talk. Obviously, if it's there, it'll happen. He's a good guy. He trains hard. There's no point to it. I mean, we're gonna fight. We're gonna put on, a great fight, and I just know that I got to be prepared. And obviously, if there was some stuff there that I could talk about, like, he's a jerk and stuff like that, but he's not. So I'm not gonna try to start that, and I think it is a change of pace, and it's a sport where you need that as well. You can't have every one of them just trash talking and just you got to have it both ways. I feel so.
What are your thoughts on the WEC and UFC merger? I mean, being as though you're a lightweight, this could make for some very interesting fights for you.
Yeah, I mean, more competition, you know, and I invite that. I love that, you know. So, you know, come on, come off. The water's warm. Let's jump in.
And lastly, Gray, before we get going, is there anything you'd like to say to the fans? Anything to the listeners, you know?
Yeah, I'd like to tell everybody I appreciate the support. It's a great sport, and it's just growing, and we got to keep that going. And, you know, January 1st is going to be a good fight, and I'm pumped to be here and a part of the sport.